What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simulation for the Nation, and more importantly, for the first time, welcome to OAKFIELD FARM. We are here. It's taken a little bit of time, but rightly so. Good things come to those who wait, and let me tell you, I'm sure you've seen several walkthroughs and streams already, but this is a great thing. What we're going to do, we're going to take a little bit of a tour around what we currently own, what we're going to do, land we own. We're not going to deep dive into the machines too much yet because two reasons. One, I haven't got them all sorted out yet, and secondly, there's going to be plenty of time to do that in the future. Alright, so we are going to turn around in the yard here. First of all, we're in our Toyota Hilux, a trusty Hilux as always. There are a few machines down here that we do need to come and pick up at some stage, and this will give you a little bit of an insight into what some of our first tasks are going to be once we do get up and running. We have all of our machines, our tractors up in the main yard, but we will be coming back for these at some stage soon. So first thing we'll do, open up our map. Okay, so as you can see here, the map is based off a real life location in kind of southern England. The profile map is based off of Google Maps as well, so that's why it looks so realistic, and the fields are to scale. So we can see here where we are. We're in the north of the map, in a little village up there in the store. I've sold a few fields that you start with to begin with, which were all kind of the east side. I think it was 34, and I've kind of bought a few more. I bought 1921. I sold all the original equipment we had as well to fund some of that, so we had a bit of a turnaround, but I thought it would make it a little bit more interesting. So we currently own number 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16, 13, 19, 21. So there's going to be plenty of us to get going. Majority grassland there, but we are, I believe, 21, 19, and I think also 12 are arable, so we've got plenty to get going with there. And we will look to try and build those up there. We are going to be bringing cattle into here, so we've got a lot of, we're going to have to buy some hay or silage for them to feed off of first, until we get ourselves established, but that will be coming in the not too distant future. But for now, and I'm going to do most of this out cab just so we can have a look as we drive around here. Oh, let's just swing into the biogas. That's the biogas up there, and then here we sell some. We got a seed store. We got a drop-off point. It's like a nice little grain dryer here, nice store. Now, what you will see and what I find is you look around the map here. There's a particularly higher level of detail paid to map objects. Things that just make the whole map come to life a little bit more. Like the forklift with a pallet of wool on there, for example. So objects that actually look like they would be doing something provides that little bit of extra realism, which I find is really quite something. And that's our BGA in there. Right. So you have all the standard features of a BJ here, slurry point as well, clamp to fill up. Lovely, out we go. What can we start with here? A bit of cattle. Again, we get that same level of detail from Oxen David with the pedestrians walking around to a local monument, kind of a nod to Thornton Farm there. Up the hill we go. What I want to see here is bam. So there we have our natural border for the edge of the map here, but as you can see, he's always Oxen David's put a lot of extra detail in to allow us to see a bit further, to expand that viewpoint and make it look like that, you know, that could be extra workable land over there. It certainly looks like it could be. And the same will apply to the other side of the map as well that we may get to. Come on, I've crashed. There we go. Toyota Hiluxes never get stuck. Never. So as you can see here, we're in a bit of a valley here, which allows us to have this great terrain as we look across. Really fantastic undulating terrain with a lot of different field sizes, field shapes, challenges for the fields, particularly if you're an MR user, a more realistic mod user. Have to have some big tractors to pull some machines up and down these hills. Oh, nice little pub there. And so we're going to go around the roundabout here, and we're going to turn right, and we're going to head back down towards the main farm. And as you can see here, all of these locations on the signposts are all real places, and the great thing is if Auction David has featured this time around, which I think is really unique, is bus stops. And particularly with the bus stops, that the bus numbers are actually real. So if you Google the bus numbers in question, they are an actual route that probably comes through this road and will take you to a certain destination. So that's kind of a really cool little feature to add in there. And again, the particular detail paid to the road signs, the livery on the signs. Really nice feature. Hello, car. Now at the moment this map is just out on PCs. It is coming out on consoles as well very soon. I know Giants have still yet to test that map for consoles. It will be a little bit stripped down in the sense that some of the scripts that you see here won't necessarily be available for consoles, but the basics of the map will not change at all, which will be fantastic. To see this on the console would be really good. I'm looking forward to that. Unsuitable for long vehicles, but not that long. I'm going to have a little drive around here. And again, some really great detail applied. Whoa, that's why it's not suitable. That's a sharp turn. And the optimization work that Auction David, along with the rest of the Frontier Designs crew, have been able to put into here, it means that right now, even as I'm recording, my PC is not the fastest, but I'm still gaining around 50 frames per second as I record, which is really, really good in my mind. So the detail in the map has not been sacrificed for the quality, but somehow they've been able to do it in the sense that the optimization is pretty perfect. So that is a great step forward, and I'm sure that'll continue and carry across into lots of their new maps, and I will eagerly await to see how they come along. Now, where we currently parked up at the moment, there is a little path through the church there that will take us to the back of the yard, but we're not going to take that yet. We're going to continue around here. More nice little fields. Each field has a kind of like a different feel to it when you get to it, in my mind as well. The gateways have all had that little extra piece of detail attached to them, just to make them seem unique and a little bit different. Which again is all credit to Auction David, and really just made this a fantastically aesthetically pleasing map. Rather than go off the edge of the map, we'll cut down here. What I want to see here, there's a little babbling brook. Now in previous maps, Auction David was partial to a few fish in the streams. I don't think we're going to have any here. Fishies. No fishies. Oh, I found a gold nugget though, so there's that. If you're a gold nugget hunter, there's one under the bridge. You're welcome. Where you go? Nice twisting roads. There's some great terrain here, which will be really quite demanding for any machine you try and go up with. And it looks like we're coming up to the garden centre here. Hey, come in, please. This is the great thing about the gates as well. Now the gate closes automatically, but normally you just press the mouse. I think it's right, left mouse button to open these, and the gate would open fully. However, if I press it once, the gate only opens for as long as the mouse button is depressed. So it gives us a really more realistic feel that you have to actually open the gate and then come back to the vehicle. However, you've got to be quick to get into your vehicle so that you don't shut the gate on you. garden centre here where you can buy your seed and your fertiliser from if you so wish. And away we go. I like that they've got like a car park there as well, someone out walking the dog just swung in. Glad that's not my field. So right now again we're over at the edge of the map here in the southwest corner, but the map looks like it continues. We don't have access to that field there, but you could well believe that we do. It's a really nice edit, really nice feature. Look at the size of these fields, look how many there are, and look at the Roman hills, they look great. Really, really impressed with this. I'm going to rumble down back past our farmyard here. Now, we're not going to go into it or pay too much attention as to what's inside there yet, like I mentioned. What I would say is, as we just swing in, that there's a lot of great new sheds, some really great new design sheds, which I do believe Auction David has modelled himself with electronic roller shutter doors. And again, you'll find that as you watch both my videos and everyone else's who is, all of the producers out there who are making some great content, that the detail around the yard is fantastic, it really is. There's a lot of attention paid to making sure that the yard looks like it's actually used. Like I don't like to use the word clutter, but there's a lot of things around the yards that add to the immersion really, which I find is really, really interesting, really unique about his work, and the work of those at Frontier Design. They really do put a lot of attention into making sure that you can believe that you're actually walking around the farmyard, which is really, really good. So we're going to shoot back up, and then we're about to join that big long spine road that runs all the way down the middle. So we stop here. We're going to have a look at this. Let's go for field 43 now. Where can we get into that? We're going to go down to the bottom. Oh, I look up. Hello, fellow Oakfield motorists. Now this field is monstrous. I believe it was brought to our attention in a live stream from Landy Kid. Again, I'm sure everyone who's watching my videos knows full well who Landy Kid is. If you don't, please do go and check him out. He does some fantastic streams and content. But this field is the biggest, I believe in real life. This is 63 acres and is 63 acres in game, but it's monstrously big. I'll take some combine in. We don't own this one yet. That's what we're gonna aim to work up to. Definitely gotta work up the build to get this. Excited about that. Fantastic looking map, really, really is. And up here we have in the garden centre up here. Let's go and have a look, see. So once again, another little garden centre here where we have an option to buy not only our seeds and our fertiliser, but the great thing is we have an option to buy manure over there. But this bit here, this is where we can buy our lime and also our compost to spread in the field. Now this acts as another form of fertiliser, enables us to balance our nutrients, which is really good. So this will be really good to be able to input this and use it as another level of immersion, really. But again, see what I mean about like just the everyday objects that we currently have lying around the side here. Barrels, pallets of seeds, wheelie bins, everything here is available for us just to see and use, and in some cases accidentally run over. But it really all builds into the fact that this is a living, working place. Really nice. Yeah, and that back up. Oh no, crashing's okay. So this map does also have forestry here, so you can see on the map there we have the big letter capital F in 2 different locations, one at the very northwest corner of the map and one in the east corner of the map there by the garden centre. And we also have excellent points, of which there are a couple as well, one by the main farm and one up at the top of the east road of the map there, which we're going to drive up to now. So it, again, it has all the main features that you're accustomed to across Farm Simulator. But just look at the view. Just look at it. With the sunset going down over the hills there on the west, this just looks perfect. It really, really does. If I had to categorize or list the top 3 features of this map, for me, number 1 would be the Roman landscape with the original DEM mapping behind it, and the features and the borders with the continuous borders, as I would kind of refer to them as. Number 2 would be the extra level of detail that Oxygen David puts in with Bullet Bill and the rest of the team at Frontier Design to increase that immersion level. Extra little details around buildings, signs on walls, stickers, plant pots, wheelie bins, bus stops, bus signs, all dotted around there. Bus routes that actually exist in real life in the UK that have been included to really add in that whole new level of immersion would be a phenomenal asset to any game now, really. And it really sets the foundation for anyone in the future moving forward. They have to raise their game, effectively. There's no other way around it. Number 3 would be the dedication Oxygen David has to his maps and his model making ability, where he will happily go out there if he feels that the current models available don't quite suit the map, don't quite suit the yard he's building, then he'll go out there and design and build a whole new section of models, which is really quite something. And again, for a modern large-size farmyard, they more than adequately suit the map. They're brilliant. Excuse me, in a hurry. Thank you. And then at the same time here we have kind of more of the rundown barns as well, which I really like at the pig farm here. You know, maybe a little bit dilapidated, could do with a little bit of love, a little bit of TLC, but they still serve a purpose, which is great. Oh, I've gone past my turn. Too busy looking at pig farms. Look at me, I've been in this map now 20 minutes and I'm already causing a scene. Woo! Again, that's a nice farm, very nice sized buildings, nice objects around the map. Nice farmhouse as well. And again, I've missed it again. Okay, so less looking at the farmhouse, more driving, more paying attention at where I'm going. Third time's the charm, folks. We'll get there. We're going to sneak up here. Nice to see a Suzuki in the game. Hello to you. That's a nice little barn. Is that open? No, it's just a model. That's a great little model. Really nice different barn there. What else have we got in the pig yard here? So we've got some huge silos with the opening doors that we're used to on the west coast. Some nice storage with another straw cell point, slurry pit, some more storage space, and a pig shed. Lovely stuff. Oh, and there's some hens. Hello, hens. So we're going to take a drive. We're going to go up this road here. We're going to see where the border hits us, and then we'll probably call it quits for today. This is just a quick, rudimentary look around the map. Really, it's not a conclusive look around the map there, because I'm going to discover more as I play the game. This is going to be season number 2. This is going to be power farming. So we had a classic farming series before. If you've not seen that one, I'll put a link to it in the top corner. That was, of course, over on Dusty Cove. And today we are embarking on power farming. So it's going to be a great new series. We've got some great new machines ready to go. I'm excited to have a play with some of those. So do keep an eye out for the next episode, which will probably be coming to us early next week, I should assume. So yeah, do keep an eye out for that one. I'll let you know in due course when it's arriving. But this is, like I say, is very much just a quick look. As you can see here, we are approaching the border of the map, but there are fields still every direction we go, which is kind of neat. Let's see how far we go until we hit the border. I imagine it's going to be about here. Dock. There we go. And look, there's still maps, there's still fields in every direction there, which gives you that feeling that it's an endless map, that it's perpetually going and going, which is fantastic, really. It really does add a whole new level of detail to it. So for all I'm going to do here right now, I'm just going to pull onto this farmer's land quickly out the way. And I do believe we are just going to sit here and watch the sunset go down. So at this stage, I would like to say thank you very much for watching this initial look into the Oakfield. We will, of course, be coming back to this more and more in the future, and I can't wait to do so. If you have liked this brief tour, then do remember to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. In the meantime, I've been Simulation for the Nation. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, happy farming.